Howdy YouTube. I'd just like to talk about my thoughts on the Devon vs John Brzenk match. We all know who John Brzenk is, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. John Brzenk is the only man in arm wrestling history, and maybe even in sporting history, that managed to be at the top for about 4 decades in the 80s, 90s, 2000s and the 2010s. I can't think of anyone else in any other sport that has been able to do that. John Brzenk, going into this match, was retired for 5 or 6 years. I think his last match was maybe 2015, that might have been against Devon. And he came back about 6 months ago and he versed Chance Shaw, he won that. Then he versed Dimitri Kachan, he won that. Then he versed Paul In, who's one of the best middleweights in America, he won that. Then he did a tournament a couple weeks before he versed Devon, and he beat Cody Merritt and Jordan Seal on Riot. Devon Larratt, on the other hand, has been arm wrestling most of the time that John has been out of the sport, and Devon's got some big wins recently. He's just absolutely annihilated Michael Todd in apparently his best form ever. So it would be looking like John Brzenk was fighting an uphill battle facing Devon. I really feel like that John faced Devon way too early into his comeback. After this match with Devon, he's planned to verse Zoloev, which is arguably the greatest 90 kilogram puller of all time, and then after that he's going to verse Ingen, which is arguably the best lightweight of all time. I honestly think he should have done it the other way around. He should have gone Ingen, then Zoloev, then Devon, and then versed Devon when he was about a year or so into his comeback. Even saying that, I still think John could be one of the best at around 95-ish kilos, even at 57 and even going into his 60s, I believe. Alright, on to the match with Devon and John. Watching this, it actually looked like their peak output was actually pretty similar, but it looked like Devon could hold his max output for much longer, so every single round it got worse and worse and worse for John, and there was no coming back after the first round. But John was strong enough to put Devon into a king's move, but basically John Brzenk was a one-pump chump and could continue after that.
I'm coming.
Even the setup in the first match, I swear that was like an hour long. That would not have helped. Basically, after John was gassed after the first round, it was just game over for John. Devon basically beat him in every way you can in arm wrestling. Fucking bled him out, flash pinned him, beat him in a king's move. After the match, I was pretty happy with how Devon spoke of John, and he was very respectful about it. Also, I think I would much rather see John compete in the lower weight categories like light heavyweight or just middleweights, because at John's age I don't think it's very healthy to get super heavy like he has done. Alright, that's all I've got to say. I really hope that wasn't too cringe. This is basically the first time trying to talk to the camera. It's kind of difficult. Anyway, that's it.